Alright, trying to do these quick, if you want to call them podcast or ride videos, just as I'm driving the car. It's about fitness, health, nutrition, what I've been doing for pretty much most of my career. And wanted to try to talk like I'm talking to any client, anybody I typically would see. This one, since this is going to be the kickoff one, I want to start just talking about my fitness journey, or my specific journey. Hopefully this will kind of resonate with some people and kind of help hopefully give you some quick tips on how to get started and move forward wherever you may be. So with that being said, of course this isn't going to be like all super ton of detail, because one, I'm on the road and not going to throw a ton of detail into potentially a shorter drive. But with that being said, I'm going to pick up kind of like an overview of my fitness journey. So for me, what got me into working out and fitness was primarily originally because of sports. So growing up, I just had a desire to play sports. Wanted to get into football, American football that is, and get into playing some form of team sport. Always enjoyed watching sports. Thought that kind of like, again, because I grew up being the small kid. I grew up being the person who just struggled with a lot of body image issues, because I was always the scrawny kid and had a bunch of health issues when I was growing up. I was in and out of hospital and in and out of seeing like doctors, specialists, things like that. So definitely improving my health felt like it would somehow, I guess, improve in my mind at that time, like my image and my confidence, and just be able to feel better about myself, make my, again, because of being within sport, maybe help me find like others who would like me, or just be able to like find those around me kind of like to inspire me. So once I started in sports, the coaches introduced us to the weight room and lifting, and just I fell in love with it immediately. The ability to get stronger and see immediate like strength gains and results, because of course, beginners, newbies, you tend to have that just quick starting of strength. I wish I knew a lot more at the time, which I'll definitely dive into. Of course, we all wish we should, hindsight's always 20/20. My super focus was like, cool, this lifting is really working, so I just like went gun-ho into that. Loved strength training, loved of course it was all based around, at that time, around sports, so it was very sports focused type training, and of course whatever the coach was giving us. I did not think us really into anything about nutrition, because again, I'm like freshman in high school, through high school, really didn't even start really getting into like thinking about my nutrition and mattering much at all. Like I wouldn't even say I really like thought of it too much. That's kind of where my starting point was. Loved it so much that went into college really aspiring to try to help other people. I thought I was going to work with athletes, so that was a huge focus, considering that's what started me. So I was like, make an impact on the same place that I started, which was as a student athlete. And then I kind of moved into wanting to work with just everyday general population, and realizing that I resonated more with working with them, and it was just more rewarding. Again, my own personal journey was still a constant, because we're all constantly working to improve ourselves. So I had a kind of, just because of learning things, a slight revelation of nutrition mattering. I know in an upcoming video I'm gonna post is gonna be about the top 4 prioritized pieces to your health and fitness, like what actually matters the most, the top 4. So not to give too much away with that, I most definitely had the wrong order at the time. I thought exercise was top dog. Finally started realizing that, what I'm putting into my body may matter. So I thought, living on protein shakes was gonna work really well. Doesn't do great for your gut, living on fluids all the time. And also, don't try to mirror your diet after celebrity people. I had, I think at the time when I was in high school and even into beginning part of college, I got on a kick with this one protein shake, or one company that made these supplements. Everybody thinks supplements is going to change your world. I'm trying to think. EAS, I want to say it was. It had like people like Larry Fitzgerald, who was definitely big at the time. As a wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals, he was using it, and several other athletes. So hey, it worked for them. Should work for me. Except the other part of missing the other parts of diet. Hydrated a lot, that's for sure. Water was definitely king, but eating wise sucked. I still suffered from a lot of food disorder for sure, which didn't help trying to gain muscle mass. Wondering why you're plateauing. A good indicator is because you're not eating enough. You're not supplying the necessary tools to build muscle mass. That definitely was interesting. And then, don't watch a ton of Rocky movies. Just thought that it was a great idea to make protein shakes and throw raw eggs in there. Don't recommend that. Not that it's going to be like horribly bad for you, but gross, bro. Just sorry. It's gross. More power to you, I guess, if you think that's awesome, but yeah, gross. So don't do that. So I'm glad I learned lessons going forward of like how to. Nutrition is definitely really, really important. It doesn't matter if you're trying to gain weight, lose weight. It doesn't really matter. Your health is so I will agree with, I think Sal Stefano said this, how, I'm going to butcher the actual quote, but how exercise and strength training is just a catalyst for improving the rest of your overall health. So you start really considering everything. It doesn't happen immediately, like beginners, we all get into it probably for some maybe body image issue. Like for myself, that was definitely a lot of the case. Confidence issue, or maybe it was just mental health. Whatever's what drove you into it to you wanted to have. I remember being around guys who were like, I just want to be freaking a big build beach body or get a great bench press. To the girls who definitely out here, because I've just been training for a while, so you get girls who come in and want to just build their booty, to just any of the whatever the reason you get into it initially. At some point, if you stick with it and you really allow it to change you, you start to really work on everything else. It's a slow process. Some people get it like that, Hopefully this will resonate with somebody, and you'll get the idea that, this is not just about exercise. This is not just about diet. This is not just about how I appear, my aesthetics. This is also about my mental health. This is also about my spiritual health. This is also about my just overall well-being. So I slowly pieced this together, started piecing this together. So we're at where so I'm finished, graduate high school. I transitioned, like I said, to at some point years down the road, transitioned to working with general population and training clients to groups, and just being able to see like what massive impact exercise had on their lives and what it could have on their lives, and also of course diet. So at this point where I definitely know diet and exercise are important. I finally was like, okay, clearly, because my jobs depending on where it was, like the jobs changed, so realizing how important sleep was definitely another piece that I learned, that I really am glad. I wish I learned it earlier on. I wish I learned it before I got to college, because that was sucky. I definitely missed 7 a.m. classes. Looking back, going up, I work earlier than that now. So 7 a.m. That's sad. If I could probably smack my college self in the face thinking that was too early to go to class, and pretty much be late way too many times for that 7 a.m. class. Sleep is super important, so don't neglect your sleep. And another thing that definitely, as I move further into this, whether that was from self-realization, learning from myself, or learning from being around clients and everything, so now we got the aspect of sleep was important, exercise is important, diet is important. That final, so again, for a lot of your health, the final piece that I definitely think that I slowly started to see, because I was married by that time. So I got married not too long, pretty much married early into my 20s, and I learned I would say not necessarily too late, because it's never too late, but I learned later than I wanted to that stress management is super important. It's super hard and difficult to overcome for a lot of people, myself included. It's definitely my struggle point. But stress management makes a massive impact. So yeah, it's a quick synopsis, a very short synopsis of my own little like starting point of my fitness journey and what got me into it. A quick synopsis of that, and a quick little point of 4 main pieces to, if you want to impact and change your health, no matter if you got into the same like I, where it was like body dysmorphia, food eating disorder, and like confidence issue, then like, or maybe it's a ton of other reasons, whatever it is. Like I said, maybe you're the student athlete or something, like I started out with doing, whatever it is, like wherever you are right now, take away the 4 points that I said, and definitely continue listening, because I want to break down those 4 points. Is exercise, prioritize strength training, in essence. Diet, for sure, super important, matters a lot. Stress management, and sleep. All right, y'all. Till next time.